Hello, we are live. So, Christine, you want to take it away?
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our first stream of The Last City, a fantasy craft actual play. Well, of course. Uh, I guess I'm your host. I'm Christine. I'm playing Dorothy. We have with us Sasha.
Hi, I'm Sasha. My pronouns are NNs, and I will be playing Madam V.
Thank you. We also have with us Hadrian
Hello, I'm Hadrian. I'll be playing Viper, the martial artist.
and Cassandra.
Hi everybody, I'm Cassandra. My pronouns are she, her, and I'll be playing Yingril Starcrusher.
And of course, we have Austin of the GM.
Hi, I'm Austin. My pronouns are he, him. I'll be everyone else.
You don't get to play Foxglove. Just making that very clear.
We'll see. All right. So, shall we get into it then?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Let's do this.
I'm going to take us over to the play screen. So, we start our tale in Enclave. It has been 9 years since the god birth that was a cataclysm upon the people. Not just of Enclave, for they fared much better than the rest of the world, because they were already isolated. The god birth brought with it a disease of lightning and electricity, and turning the infected into something else. And now, thanks to its blockades set up by the Coast Guard, who have taken over essentially all law enforcement duties within the city, no one has come to Enclave for the past 6 years. There are rumors that ships have attempted to run the Coast Guard blockade, or even that of the Hidden Hand have smugglers who bring people in and out with goods. But nothing confirmed, nothing for certain. But at the very least, there are no sparked on this island. None at all. And so, to avoid thinking about the fact that there's all these people who were original inhabitants of Enclave, packed onto this island alongside people who fled here when it became clear that this was one of the last refuges, people have taken a love of the arts to avoid thinking about the state of the world. And on this night, there's an opera going on in the Arts Center. An opera put upon the city by the delegation of the Giants.
Put upon. Tell us what you really think.
So, what is everyone's parts in this opera? Because all of you are involved in some capacity. But while you think about that, Ingril, what is this opera about?
Oh gosh. So this opera is about a time that, and so the giant delegation is putting it on, correct?
Yes, and as a note, something that is notable about the operas within Enclave is that they have a somewhat unsure ending, because most of them, or at least the ones that are in fashion right now, they tend to end with a duel or some kind of combat that is not a mock stage combat. It is a real duel. And whoever wins the duel determines the ending of the tale. So keep that in mind as you describe what this opera is about.
So I think this opera is about in ancient times when my people, the giants, raised the mountains as a defense against the Star Children, who were these strange creatures from the sky, who encroached upon this world, and we fought them back. Or at least that's what the legends say.
Okay. So, Ingrel, what is your role in this opera? You don't necessarily have to be on stage. Perhaps you are one of the producers, or a director, or stagehand of some variety.
I think yeah, I'm more of a producer, and I'm content to I'm out in the lobby and out in the hall, like greeting people and welcoming them in, and handing out pamphlets, I guess, like in the playbills or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And I crouch down and I'm like, and here's one for you. Thank you for coming by.
All right. Viper, what's your role in the opera tonight?
Well, I was going to say fight choreographer, but if they're real fights, then I'm probably playing the part of a champion of one of the major characters who does the dueling for them. I don't know whether this will be perceived as more or less honorable than normal, but I guess we'll find out.
All right. And V?
Oh, I am playing the heel on stage. Thank you for the gift of fucking Star Children. I am decked out 100% in that just glittering and eerie outfit in preparation for the duel later on, at the end of the opera.
Okay. And Dorothy, what's your part?
Lighting design. I'm up in the wings,
All right.
keeping things illuminated, doing some special effects with my magic.
Very good. So, even those who are not on stage, because these duels are real to a degree, of course, if one side yields, then that is perfectly acceptable, and they can act out their character's demise at the hands of the victor.
Which is really just as good as winning.
Yes. And traditionally, these end of opera combats are not fatal. There is an understanding that you don't just murder your fellow cast members. Though there are definitely rumors that the odd death that has occurred was not accidental. Some believe that the hidden hand occasionally pay off actors to ensure that someone doesn't make it off the stage on opening night. But I suspect that this won't be one of those cases. At least that would be quite the beginning to the campaign. If one PC kills another in the first scene.
I I have resurrection spells. I just not strong enough to cast them. Just wait a bit.
All right. So, the theater is packed this evening. Everyone is curious what the story the Giants are putting on is going to be, for they haven't really done anything of this nature before. Although their purpose within Enclave was originally to become less isolationist and reach out to the wider populations and other peoples. Is that correct, Ingril?
Yes, I think the Giants have long been, for the most part, secluded. I think there's probably a few outliers here and there. But I think that as a whole, the Giants decided, hey, we need to get more involved with the world again. And so we came to this place to, establish a rapport with the people before everything went down 9 years ago.
Yes.
Maybe perform propaganda.
Who can say? But, yes, this is the first opera that they are putting on. And so everyone is quite curious about what it will be like. So the house is packed. The ground level is filled with those who are less economically sound. And Enclave is a diverse city, originally a place of academia founded by Saurians. There are many people who came here not just to avoid the cataclysm outside of this island, but before that, seeking to join the university within Enclave. And so there are the feline folk, the Kadum. There are humans, of course. There are even a pair of drakes on a balcony overlooking the proceedings.
Are they just peeking their heads in through windows?
Not quite. They are, but I think that they are somewhat in the hall, reaching their heads in through the doorway of the balcony. So it's a full crowd, and the opera has gone extremely well thus far. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. They've been shouting and clamoring for more and excited by what has been happening and the tale being told.
Oh man, do you see those lighting effects? Yeah, I'm really
Down
here
in
for
front, I
that.
can't see.
Yes. So now we are going to go over to the climactic scene of this opera. Now, I have Dorothy and Ingril backstage, with V and Viper on stage in front of the crowd. So, I guess it's time to roll initiative.
Good. Great. Playing a game. I know how to do that. I'm super good at that. Hang on. Is that just a button? I'm sorry.
I believe there should be a button for initiative.
Aha! Ha ha ha! Got it. Found it. Nailed it. It's a 5.
It's 16 and B is 5. Okay, so Ingril is first up with an initiative of 16. Ingril, what do you want to do?
I think I'm just waiting right now, because... so, can I delay as a...
Yes, you can delay.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, oh, I hope that the Star Children don't win this time. I get very upset when that happens.
Oh, are you sure that you don't want to try and do something to influence the duel?
Not just yet. It's a fair fight for now.
For now. Okay. So, you can delay your initiative up to 10 points when you delay. Which means you'll still go before V, even if you delay the maximum amount.
Oh, curses. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll delay before V then.
Okay, so you'll be going at 6 on this initiative count.
Plenty of time to pull a metal chair from the orchestra pit.
It's not unusual for the crowd to get a bit rowdy in these scenes. So, Viper, you have the initiative.
I think I'm not going to start with an attack. I'm going to start with a roll to impress. So what she's gonna do? Currently, she's in her giant costume, so she's up to look like a giant. So 2 of her arms are actually bound under her shirt. So only 2 arms are visible, and she's wearing, leather clothing, so it looks like skin, because Viper is made of wood. I don't think we've mentioned that yet.
Yes, I think now that the camera, so to speak, is focused on you, why don't you describe Viper in full detail?
Viper is a 12-foot tall, 4-armed woman who is also a tree. But she's also half elf, so she looks very elven, but as if made of wood. But as I said, currently 2 arms bound under the costume, so only fighting with 2 arms. And she has a boar spear currently on her back, and a round metal shield on her left hand. And what she does to begin this duel is she's not a talker. But what she does is she slams her fists together a few times like this. And because of a particular skill she picked up in life, she actually speaks whale song.
Ooh.
So as she slams her fists together, she makes these thunderous low thuds by resonating her entire, chest cavity to imitate the click of a whale. So it's a very thunderous sound in the theater.
Very good. So, are you rolling impress?
Yes, and does that being related to an interest change that roll in any way, or should I just click the button?
Well, the interests provide knowledge and social benefit.
Gotcha.
Okay. So yes, just click the button. However, I'm going to give you a +1 for stunting.
Okay.
For describing your action. So that's an 8. Oh. Yes. I don't think that I think the crowd is mostly just confused. There's probably some people in the audience who are like, is that a sound giants make normally? There's not that many giants in the town. It's basically just the delegation that Ingril is part of. And so a lot of people don't know much about them. Okay. Dorothy?
Oh, I'm casting a flare on Viper.
On Viper?
Yes.
Okay.
It would make sense that a star Crusher might, or sorry, a Star Child might have some kind of light powers, so I'm going to simulate that.
Very good. All right.
So spellcasting
Did you mean V or Viper?
on Viper.
Okay. Viper's
Right?
the giant. V is
Yeah.
the Star Child.
Yeah, the Star Child would have light powers.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I did not realize this was an offensive spell.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So the DC would be 13. I can't find where the rolls are shown.
They should be on the right side of roll 20 in the sort of the chat box tab. You did get a 24.
Okay. Okay. So flare does. Oh gosh, sorry. There's a lot of scrolling and. Okay, so a burst of light appears, forcing all characters in the area who can see it to make a fortitude save or suffer -1 magical penalty with attack checks for 1d6 rounds. Fortitude negates.
That is a 6 Viper.
We were starting strong.
Yeah. Dorothy, why don't you roll that 1d6?
I will. Okay, so 2 rounds, you suffer a penalty to. Is it just attack? Yep, -1 attack penalty.
Okie dokie.
All right. So, V, it is now time for you to act. What do you do?
I think it is time for me to act.
Oh, yes, you are correct. Interrupted.
So I think Yingo seeing this is like, boo, hiss, and then grabs like one of the mountainous scenery pieces from backstage and just like chucks it across the stage at V.
No.
Did we rehearse this? I don't remember this in rehearsal.
The mountains are defending the giants. So I'm just trying to think. Is this what? I mean, obviously this is a hurled attack.
Yes.
Just trying to think about like how much damage this would do. Is it a real rock?
I don't think it's like. No, because that could like kill a smaller person, right?
We don't pay the set designers that much. It is not a real rock.
Oh, Tech Week is the worst. I had to move a landslide into the theater.
I mean, sometimes they do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at like improvising damage, one-handed improvised weapons, 1d6, two-handed 1d8, and really large ones 1d10.
Okay, so we'll say it's an improvised weapon. I believe that is a -4 penalty to hit.
Okay.
So make your attack roll, your hurled attack roll.
Sure. There's so many things. Okay. How much damage is this doing?
Well, you picked up the rock. How big is it?
I was thinking it's probably just like a 1d6.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
or maybe a 1d8, like two-handed. So I'm like, rah,
Yeah.
chuck.
Okay. And
Okay.
what's the damage type?
Blunt, I would say, or
Is it subdual or is it lethal?
I think it's subdual.
Okay.
Okay, I think this is it. How do I roll my attack here? Oh, that's really bad.
You have a -3 to your attack?
Yeah, with it being improvised.
Right. Okay.
She's too pretty
And
to be
you rolled
good at
you
attack.
also rolled a 1. You also
Yes.
rolled a 1.
Holy shit! As fast as it could go.
Look, I was caught up in the moment.
Okay. Do I want to activate that error? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna activate that error. I'm gonna spend one of my action dice to activate that error. Let's see, I'll just use freehand for this. So, you hurl this rock at V, and it is nowhere close to... What's V's pronouns?
She, her.
It's nowhere close to hitting her, and it just rolls into the crowd.
So this did it hit an audience member?
So, actually, that's probably way too big.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so... I don't like that. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, it rolls into the crowd. And... So now I'm going to make because the crowd are standard characters, they do not have hit points, they have damage saves. Which means a single hit can potentially kill them. Roll your roll your damage, Ingrel.
This is why I don't go to operas.
3. Okay, so they just have to make it's been a while. I think it is DC 10 plus the damage sustained. So, all right, that's a 15. So it crashes into the front row. It sails over the orchestra pit, and the it knocks someone down, but then there's just a thumbs up comes out from behind the boulder. And they're like, there's a bit of a cheer that goes up around the person. So people are amused by this Rowdy Giants style opera. I think, Ingrel, you see up in the balcony, you see Istal, the leader of the giant delegation, up on the balcony, and it's just has their hand against their face. This is clearly not how they were hoping it was going to go, but anyways. Okay. So, V, it's your time to shine.
Here I am. Okay, I'm going to pretend that I did all of that on purpose. All of it. Because I, the dastardly Star Child, I'm here to wreak havoc. So I guess that's an intimidate?
Oh, are you intimidating Viper then?
Yes? Is it possible to intimidate the crowd?
Well,
To faint?
yes. So here's the thing. There is an attack action called Threaten, which is an intimidate roll, and doing so inflicts 1d6 stress damage, which, again, could remove people from the crowd.
I don't want to do
I
that.
mean, to be clear, they're not going to die from fainting. It's not like you're throwing a big rock at them. But they would be perhaps be so terrified of your portrayal that they would flee the audience or perhaps faint.
Okay, I don't want that. I want to draw them into the performance, not out of it. So I guess this is specifically to Viper then.
Okay, so you're gonna roll to threaten Viper. So you roll your intimidate, and Viper resists by rolling resolve.
Okay. That's not great.
So that's a 7 from V.
Wow.
And an 8 from Viper.
Ooh. That's smart.
Okay, so let's just see if there is a penalty for failing. Yes, so because the opponent succeeded, Viper gets a +1 bonus with her. Viper, is she her?
Yes.
Yes, with her next attack against the character. So that'll neutralize the flare. Ingril.
Balances out in the end.
Oh, also that was just a half action. Do you want to do anything else?
Oh, what else can I do?
You could move. You could make another attack action, such as attempting to threaten again.
Again, but like good this time?
Yes, potentially. Page 218 to 221 has the combat actions in the rule book. So you used up your used up one half action with threaten.
Okay. Then what else is a good half action? Oh, I can faint. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's a cool stage thing to do. How do you faint?
Well, when you faint, you roll your prestidigitation, and the opponent opposes it with notice. And then if that happens, they become flat-footed. If you fail, you become flat-footed. Which means you no longer get your dexterity or any dodge bonuses to your defense.
Also, you can be hit with a sneak attack.
Ooh. No, I think I'm just gonna attack, right? Like, let's fucking get into it.
What are you gonna attack with?
We've both hurled the traditional one taunt at each other. So.
God, the rest of this opera was going so well. Okay, so I guess I don't want to hurt you, but I do have a lance. That's a little big. Do we have stage weapons? Can I use a stage weapon?
You can do what's the type? Non-lethal damage with a lethal weapon. It just you take an attack penalty.
Okay. Will it be? No, I'm gonna intimidate again. That's the easiest one. Do that. I'm just gonna chew on the scenery a bunch more.
What do you do now?
It's like, like spinning, basically like whirling in a circle and getting my my skirt to like flare out, and like striking out across the stage, like basically upstaging Viper is what I'm doing.
Well, something that I forgot to ask is, what does V look like now that the spotlight is on her?
Sure. So Madame V is a root walker. She is about the same size as Viper. She has 1.5 faces. So the faces share the center eye and 2 mouths, so she can sing duets with herself, which she is doing now. And it's probably pretty, like, it's atonal, right? It's got that like that bad discord with it, but it's like, you know, intentional. And at the moment she's, I think, dressed as like the Star Child, right? So she's all angles and bright silvers and golds and very garish, very very stark. Yeah. So that's what she looks like at the moment. So I'm gonna roll that good intimidate and hope that it goes good this time. That's a 15.
That's a 15.
And that is resolve. Correct? Ooh.
Neck and neck.
That's a 14 from Viper. Okay, so Viper, you take 1d6 stress damage. So V, why don't you roll that stress damage?
It's probably something like the Star Children built the mountains. Of course, we have domain over them.
This is the point where I get to be like, yo, this was not in rehearsal.
V, are you rolling the 1d6 stress damage?
No, because I forgot you were talking to me. All good. There we go. Oh, it's a 6. It's
That's a
six.
6. Okay, so Viper, you must make a will save with the DC of 10 plus half your total stress damage rounded down. So that'll be a 13.
No problem.
18. All right. So you shrug off these idle threats from the Star Child across the stage.
Do I still record that stress damage?
Yes, you do, because it continues to accumulate until you fail a save.
Okie doke.
Yes. Okay. So, Ingril, what do you look like now that the, well, figurative this time spotlight is on you?
Yeah, so Ingril is a storm giant woman, so she is a little under 14 feet tall. She is dressed in like a very kind of nice blue gown. Her hair is a little ruffled, and she's wearing a little circlet with a gem in it that's a little skewed to the side right now. And you know, she has like pale skin with like these even paler like lightning type markings going all around her body, all across her skin. And she is currently like looking frustrated at how the situation is going, but also feeling somewhat embarrassed about chucking a rock into the audience.
All right, what are you going to do to make up for that faux pas?
Is there a way to like assist? I was looking at, I guess, distract, but that's not quite.
Hey, the managers distract wrestlers sometimes in the ring. Not that this is wrestling, this is much more elegant.
Yeah, right. Let me see.
The costumes are a little bit more expensive.
A little.
One, two. But yeah, character tries to draw an opponent's attention, keeping them from reacting quickly. The character makes a bluff check opposed by the opponent's sense motive. If the character wins, the opponent's initiative count drops for this round only, but the initiative count is already pretty low.
I mean, you could distract. Pretend
That's what I'm looking at.
pretend you're going to throw another rock.
Yeah, I guess, what's that, a feint then?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna throw another rock. Like I look out and I look at V and I'm like, ah, go to throw another one. I check prestidigitation. I'm just rolling all the good skills.
And V, you'll resist this with notice.
Okay. Not bad.
So Ingril got an 18 and V got a 9.
That's a no from me.
Yeah, so you are now flat-footed, V. So
Listen, Ingril doesn't miss twice. This I know about her.
so you won't won't get your dexterity or dodge bonuses to your defense. So you're easier to hit.
Okay.
Ingril, what do you want to do with your other half action?
Ooh. Can I aim?
Yeah, you can absolutely aim.
Okay. I will aim at V.
Getting another rock ready.
Yep.
Okay.
The one that I was about to faint with. I was like, ooh.
Okay, so you get a +1 for standard attack checks against your target, as long as your target does not move more than 5 feet.
Okay.
So, Viper, what are you gonna do?
Superman punch.
Just okay. So your first half action is to move, and then you're gonna make an attack.
I think this might be a bull rush. I don't know.
A bull rush is for moving the other person, and then if you
I'm not trying to do that. So.
if you ram them into something, then they take damage. Also, just as an idea of how thorough Fantasy Crafts rules are, in the Bull Rush section it describes how any object that you hit with the person you are bull rushing must also make a damage save. So there's the potential to run people through walls with these rules.
All right. Well, unlike some members of the group, I'm not actively trying to destroy the scenery yet.
I don't even know which one you're talking about. Okay, so you're gonna move and then attack.
I think this is going to be a move and an unarmed attack.
Do you have control of Viper's token?
Good question. It appears I do.
Okay, good. So, all right. So make that attack roll, and V, what's your defense? But remember not to include your dexterity modifier.
All right.
10? Large question mark? Maybe it's 9. It might be 9.
Yeah, you big folks have tend to be pretty easy to hit. But I'm gonna say that 18 from Viper probably covers it.
Likely. Likely? How do I roll that though for future reference?
Roll what?
Oh, never mind. I guess I'm not rolling it. That's fine. I thought there was a something.
Defense is static.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, okay, so how much damage do you do to V? 7 points of lethal damage, is it?
It is lethal damage, yes.
Okay, so
Jesus.
reduce your vitality, V, by 7. Unless, do you have armor or damage reduction of some variety?
You have thick hide.
Yeah, I do have thick hide. Yeah. What is? Hang on.
It's damage reduction of 2, I believe, unless yours is different from mine.
Saddle dead. I mean, I'm a root walker, so that sounds right. But I didn't write it down because that would have been useful.
Well then, yeah, if it's the same as mine, it's 2. It's damage reduction 2.
Okay.
Okay, so you only lose 5.
Great.
And so take that out of your vitality.
All right.
So what's your...
No. So, there we go.
Yeah, what's your vitality at now?
9 out of 14.
9 out of 14. Okay. So you do a leaping punch right into V.
Almost heard him.
I think the crowd loves it. It's just so over the top. So Dorothy, what do you look like?
Well, I am currently in the body of a 3-foot doll. A little worse for wear. I've been in it for a while. I have blonde hair, and my skin was porcelain white, and it's gotten a little stained by now. And blue eyes. And I have my familiar with me. She is an albino rat, and she's perfect. So, and her name is Foxglove. She's currently enjoying the fight. She has a bit of a mean streak sometimes.
Okay. And what are you gonna do with your turn?
Well, first, we forgot that we have corrupting spells on, don't we?
Yes, we do. That is true.
Yeah, we have corrupting magic. So that means every time I cast a spell, I have to make a will save D10 plus the number of spell points spent to make the check. It was a 0 level spell, so 0, so 10. We'll see if I make it. Theater is serious business, so it's worth it. Okay, I make it.
You got a 23 on that will save against corruption.
Yeah. Can fuck off. And then I'm going to bless. It's a level 1 spell. Where is it? Oh gosh. Okay, so bless. The distance is personal. You and each ally within 50 feet. I guess for the purposes of this fight, my ally is only V. It will give, well, let's see if I can cast it first. Spell, go up. Spell casting. Okay.
Okay, you got a 14.
So that gives us +1 morale bonus with attack checks and will saves.
All right.
And then I'll see if that corrupted me. We're good.
All right. So, casting that spell, is that a full action or a half action?
For some reason, I don't have it listed, but I'll move on for now, I think.
Okay. So, V, it's your time to strike back. You've been blessed by the lighting crew.
As all divas rely upon, yes. Absolutely.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna attack, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is gonna be great because I do not have good weapons for this. I'm so glad that I prepared myself for this moment. So yeah, I first of all, I think that when V gets punched, she splits up the middle, and those two faces
Ooh.
died.
I don't like that. I don't know. I don't care for it. I'm sorry.
It sells the hit really well.
Is there like the sound of cracking wood as it happens?
Oh my god. I think she absolutely like claps behind her back in order to do so. Yes. She takes from like the gesture is as if she's taking it from the split up her torso, but she's actually just taking it from behind her, which is the lance that she has, and it like unfurls because it's an unborn weapon into the full like it like snaps into form, and she's gonna drive forward with it.
Okay.
Which is a attack of some kind. What button do I press for that?
I believe there should be something near.
Under the weapon, there's the boxes for
Oh,
attack, bull rush, disarm, and trip.
fantastic. Okay. Do I add a modifier to that from the blessing, or does that all balance out?
Yes. We'll just add it mentally because you have +1 to your
Gotcha.
attack from bless.
Okay.
So yeah, make that. Oh wow!
23.
And also that is a 19. What is the threat range on your lance?
It is. Oops. I just fucked that. for no
It's
reason.
20.
It's 20.
Okay, so
right.
it's not a crit. Not a threat, rather, not a critical threat.
Okay. It's subdual. I'm not trying to kill you.
Oh well, then you have a -4 penalty.
Do I?
Yes,
Okay.
because normally it would be doing
Still-
lethal damage.
My
Gotcha.
defense is 17, so it still hits by 1 point.
Your defense is 17.
Mm-hmm.
How?
What are you wearing?
Martial artist and the shield and spear both get +1.
When they're equipped, your spear is explicitly on your
Okay,
back.
well then, okay, it's 16 then.
And further, there's a specific feat for getting the guard bonus from 2 different items. You only get one at a time without that feat.
Okay. Well, I was unaware of that rule, so 16 then.
Okay. So, you hit. What is the damage that your lance does?
Good question. It's a 1d8, which I'll roll. I think. That's the button. That's a 6.
Yeah, alright. So you do 6 points of damage to Viper's vitality. Viper, do you have any damage reduction?
2. Also, that was subdual.
Ah, yes, true. So you're right. It does not go right to your vitality. You instead have to make a damage save.
Okay.
Let me see. Where is subdual? Fortitude, DC 10 plus half the total damage taken.
Ooh. I failed.
You failed. You got a 4.
No.
Okay, so you take a level of fatigue. So,
Okay.
with 1 level of fatigue, so fatigue has grades. And when you reach grade 5, you pass out. At level 1, so at any level of fatigue, you cannot run. You're winded. And further, your speed drops by 5 feet, your strength score drops by 2, and your dexterity score drops by 2 per grade you have.
Ouch.
Yeah. And at the end of every scene, you lose a level of fatigue. So you've essentially this comes out to a -1 penalty to strength and dexterity checks, plus the speed penalty. But the strength and dexterity penalties are the big thing. Okay. V, you have another half action. You can attack again if you want.
Do I?
Yeah.
Damn, all right.
Mm-hmm. This game's brutal.
I don't think I will. I'm gonna take a moment to belt out a note. I think.
Get intimidate with your singing.
Maybe is it an intimidate or an impress? No, I want to hit that note. I think that's gonna be an impress. Does that make sense? Or
Yeah, I'll let you try and impress the crowd for a half action.
it's a 14.
Okay. Yeah, I think the crowd loves it. They just watched as you struck the hero and then sung a strange atonal note.
Boo! Boo!
Oh, the booze! I'm living for it.
And so the crowd definitely appreciates it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Ingrel, your go again.
Time to throw that rock.
Oh no! I forgot. Oh no!
Save me, mountains.
All right, so I get a +1 bonus because I've been aiming.
Correct.
Okay. This still is not great. 8.
Well, yeah. What's V's defense is 9? You said.
No.
Yep.
Well,
Can I use an action die?
I
How does that work?
I forget whether you have to spend them before or you can spend them after. Action dice, boost a roll. May not be used when taking 10 or 20. But before resolution. Okay, so you have to declare your use of an action die to boost a roll before
Oh, okay.
before the results.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
So another rock comes out, and then you move over there.
Yep, I move over here.
Okay.
And I say, I don't like how this is going. To Dorothy.
Dorothy, any response to that comment?
I am focusing on not getting cursed right now.
Fair. Okay, Viper.
As still somewhat reeling from the lance blow, sort of grunt out under my breath, "You're really going for it, huh?" And then I use one half action to heft my spear in sort of a fancy way where I, twirl it around as I pull it off my back and sort of kick the head out and point it at her, and then attack.
Ooh, very cool. All right.
And I'll be taking the -1 from flare, -1 from fatigue, and also a -4 because I don't want to do 1d12 lethal damage.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So it's going to be -6 off of whatever this is. So yeah.
That's a 2.
Oh.
All right. So your swing goes wide, and
It was for show. It was for show.
V is deftly able to avoid it. Dorothy, what are you up to?
I'm first going to cast Dancing Lights to make a vaguely humanoid shape appear, illuminating a 10-foot radius. Yes. So I'll do that. And that's half an action.
Okay, you cast the spell with a 17.
Okay. And let me make sure I'm not corrupted. Okay. And then that light is going to dance over to Viper and then explode into another flare.
So then you're just casting flare again?
Yep.
Okay.
There we go. And okay.
All right.
It's all good.
So Viper, you're gonna have to make that. Is it will save?
Fortitude save.
Fortitude save.
Fortitude.
against DC 13.
Oh no.
That's a 1
Oh.
on the dice roll
No.
with a total of 3. However, you cannot crit or error saves.
You don't have
So
to sell it this hard. You could.
I'm just really good. I'm really passionate about the theater.
all right. So you're dazzled some by this creature of light dancing about you that then exploded. Okay. V, you're up. What are you gonna do?
Oh boy.
Viper's really selling the blindness too. Just one hand over the eyes, arm flailing in front of her.
Sorry, I just also want to take a 5-foot step as a free action away from Yingril because she's starting to look pretty upset.
Oh.
Throwing some rocks, so I want to just take a little step back.
Don't want to
yeah,
get
maybe-
absent-mindedly picked up.
I'm gonna just quickly just get it. I can't control my token.
Okay.
Girl has me, everyone. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Try dragging it from your character sheet instead of me doing it. Unless
I can't. Ah, no, that's not my token. That's my picture. Just can't do there.
or just drag it from where the characters are listed in the journal section. Just right on instead of from your character sheet.
There.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. Good. We're good.
Weird that Viper was able to be moved by Hadrian, but thus far the others have not been able
I'm
to.
very good at Roll20 and very bad at Fantasy Craft. So
Okay, V, you're up.
Cool. Yes. I'm going to attack again, I think. And I think the goal of this is to drive Viper back across the stage. Yeah, just like clear across the stage, a little bit closer to the audience, maybe closer to the edge of the stage, with the lance.
Do you have a trick that aids with that?
I don't think I do. It was just a cool thing that I was saying with my mouth. How would I do that in Fantasy Craft?
I don't know the trick offhand, but I'm looking at your combat abilities, and you don't have that. But I'm almost certain that there is a trick where after you attack someone with a melee attack, you can move them 5 feet.
Is that a bull rush maybe?
A bull rush, you can bull rush. A bull rush is like you charge into them with the intent of shoving them out of the way and then potentially knocking them down.
It's that. I wanna knock Viper down.
Okay, so you move up to your speed directly toward one opponent whose size category may be up to one category bigger than your own. When you enter the opponent's square, you make an opposed athletics check. So both of you make an athletics check.
Okay.
So...
Oh
Oh,
my god!
V gets an 18 and Viper gets a 19. So if the Bull Rusher loses... If the Bull Rusher loses this opposed check, they move back 5 feet and become sprawled.
Oh my god, yes.
So
Yes!
so you try and shove into Viper, and Viper, how do you knock V on her ass?
well, what happens is, as she's just about to connect, the hand goes away from the face, and you see Viper was never blind at all.
Oh, wait
and
a
really just
wait a second. I just realized that you have fatigue, so you have a -1 penalty to strength. Did you?
No.
Ah! What does equal mean?
so case, it's tied. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe ties go to the attacker in Fantasy Craft.
Are you are in this narration then?
My apologies. So, let's see. The opponent is pushed directly back 5 feet plus an additional 5 feet per 4 points of difference. So you move back 5 feet.
Which direction are we going?
Directly away. So I've moved you both 5 feet.
Cool.
And after which they become sprawled. So it is in fact Viper who is knocked down because she was blinded. These spells are making a difference.
Fee gives a big villain laugh and and is gonna try and strike.
Oh, a bull rush is a full action. That's all
is
you
it?
can
Okay.
do on a turn.
Then I'm just gonna give a big villain laugh then. That's a free action, I think.
Yeah. Do you want to? Can we get your best impression of a villain laugh?
Maybe.
Very
Oh,
good.
man. Best I got.
Good
Sorry.
laugh. We're not winning this one. Oh.
Well, Ingrel, you're up. Can you turn the tide?
Enough of your meddling, little one. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step, and then I'm going to grapple Dorothy.
Okay, so that's a full action. So
All right,
that's
we both make opposed athletics check. The smaller character gains a +2 bonus per size category difference. No.
so Dorothy has +4 because Dorothy is small and Ingrel is large. So
And this isn't a save, this is a check?
this is an athletics check, yeah.
Oh. Oh, yay!
Oh, come back.
I just keep running between your legs.
You're just so tiny. Like,
Okay.
Alright, that's a full action, unfortunately.
Yes, and you become flat-footed as well as a consequence of failing your roll. So if anyone wants to lay into Ingrel, now is your
So
chance.
I don't get my dex bonus?
Correct.
Okay, that does. Okay, that's fine.
I mean,
If it's
my
positive.
My rat has sneak attack dice, so...
Do you have a token for Foxglove?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, she's not. Listen, we're not bringing the actual fighting to the backstage. I have more class.
All right, Viper, you're up. It's a half action to stand up, but you can also attack from the ground with a penalty.
I'm going to attempt a trip.
Oh, okay. Let's see where I know that's opposed acrobatics checks. Oh right, sprawled. That's a condition.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Where are my condition cards? There they are. Sprawled. You are flat-footed and suffer a -2 penalty with all attack checks. Okay. So, you're just gonna make your acrobatics check from the ground with the -2 penalty and the -1 from your fatigue.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't seem optimal, but yes, I'm committed to it.
Oh, do either of your weapons have a quality that gives you a bonus to tripping?
No.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I don't recall which weapon quality that is offhand, unfortunately.
I
But
think it's hook
I have hook.
I think hook is for disarm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for disarm. Okay. There's like a rake weapon that does grabby. It's a weird. It's a scary weapon. I didn't want to get it, but yeah.
We're gonna take a total of 3 off of this roll.
Do you want to use any action? Okay. Well, I was gonna say, do you want to use any action dice, but with a.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god! So Viper rolled a 19, and V got a natural 20, as well as so for a total of 21. Holy shit! Y'all are going large. Well, okay, all 3 of you are large, and 1 of you is small, technically.
I love that our rolls are so close. We're so well matched on the stage. Are you kidding?
This is great.
Yeah, so what happens is, I don't know if you've ever seen the, I don't know the name of the maneuver, but there is a kung fu maneuver when they're on the ground with a spear or a staff to sweep it around in a circle and sort of roll over onto the front to prepare to get up. And that's what Viper does, but V definitely avoids it, clearly.
Okay, and what about your other half action?
Trip is not a full.
No, it's a half action.
Okay,
But you do
so
become... You are flat-footed because you failed that roll, though.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just continue to get all the way up then.
Okay. You stand back up.
Yeah.
Okay. Dorothy, what are you doing?
Oh, I have no idea. I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Dancing Lights again, and I'm going to have the lights move around V's spear, and like it's charging up or something. I don't know. Look, it does. It's an anime. We're in an anime now. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, now I know what kind of music to look for the for
The
the.
boundaries between opera and wrestling and anime are like paper thin.
Okay, so I got a 25, and we'll see.
So you successfully cast.
I don't make my will save.
Oh no!
Worth it.
Okay. So what does corruption do? You get 1 grade of it. I know that. It is not on my condition cards because it is not a standard condition. So I'm going to have to look that
I'll pull
up.
it up.
Should be in worlds. Okay.
And sorcery.
Yeah. All right. I'll leave that to you.
Well, okay. And then I'm gonna move my full 20 feet that I can move because I'm lumbering. To 5, 10, 15. There.
Okay. So you're now around. So to be clear, this green line is the like backdrop.
Yeah.
Or-
Now I'm in the wings.
Yes.
Originally thought I was in the fly, so above stage where the light is, but that's fine. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll figure it out and let you know what's going on by my next turn.
I have some reach, so.
Oh god damn it.
She pulled you down from the lighting. Okay. All right then, V. Your spear is glowing, or your lance is glowing, ready for an attack. Are you going to follow through or something else first?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna follow through. I did that cool twirl to dodge the trip, and I'm gonna, like, like almost like a using the thing as like a fencing foil almost. That's the sort of gesture it is. Using a couple of arms to like sort of bolster that, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna attack from where I am.
Okay, and remember, Viper, that you don't have your dexterity or dodge modifiers to your defense.
Right. Yeah.
Also, I love that both of you have spear-type weapons in this combat.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just... the matching is so good on top of the rolls being so close. Okay, are you doing subdual damage?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a -4 penalty to your attack roll. And do you want to use any action dice?
No.
Okay.
Can I just try to disarm?
Disarming is a thing you can do, absolutely.
I'm gonna try to do that. Is that hook already in there, I guess?
I am...
Or is it...
It's probably not.
Okay.
Yeah. I am not sure what the modifier on hook is. It's probably +2.
Okay.
So, when you disarm, you attempt... the opponent must be within the character's reach or within close quarters. The character makes they make opposed standard attack checks.
Huh.
If either character is holding their weapon with both hands, they gain an additional +4 bonus. I think both of you are using these one-handed, though, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I mean, V may not be. She has plenty of hands to spare.
I do.
That is true. So are you using your lance two-handed?
Yeah, I feel like to support the whole... Like, I don't think V can actually fence with this fucking thing. Like, with one hand, I think she does have two, but it's on the same side.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. I'll just roll disarm, I guess. There's a button for it.
Oh, there's a button for it. Yes, absolutely. Roll disarm.
That's a 16.
Let's see. Do I do the same?
Actually, that is a 20 because it is what do you call it? Since you're using it two-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So you get the +4 bonus, and then you have hook, which is another 2, I believe.
So the conceit in the opera is that I'm like destroying, quote unquote, destroying the spear, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm fairly confident the only way I can get out of this is by rolling a 20. So.
You gonna spend an action die?
No, I'm gonna let it go.
Okay. Let's just...
She hooks the spear and pulls back, and it dramatically flies behind her and stabs into the stage.
Yes.
Okay, so it gets moved to an adjacent square. So is there a particular space that you wanted it to go, Sasha?
Wherever. I mean,
in front, so it's near the
in
crowd.
front, so that the audience can see it. It's very important.
Yes.
You gotta have the stage, right?
Okay. So that was a half action. You now get another action.
Listen, Jesus. Okay.
Break the spear. Don't do that. It's very expensive.
They're so expensive.
That costs like basically all of my money.
I'm gonna attack again.
Yeah.
Just drive forward. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll that. I'm singing this whole time about, you know, how I don't know, some fucking heel shit. It's a good monologue. I'm just bad at improvising monologues, you see. So it's an attack. It's still subdual. Which is a 4, all of a sudden. Which is perfect timing, I think.
Okay. So Viper is disarmed, but then dodges out of the way of the attack.
Like, what?
Okay. Ingril.
Got you right where I want you now.
Oh. All right. So movement in this is for the diagonals. It's the 5, 10, 5, 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So 5, 15,
Stop.
20, 25. Wait, 25, 30.
You can't occupy the same square as me.
I can't? Okay, so it's 30,
No.
Little sidestep.
35, 40, 45, 50.
I'm for it. I'm for this.
This is such a fucking WWE run-in happening. Ingril with the metal chair.
No rules in opera, baby.
And then I'm going to stab with my spear.
Yes, bitch.
The crowd is going wild at someone coming in from off stage with a spear.
Yes. Because the moral of this is that you don't have to do everything alone.
That's
You
right.
can rely on your friends.
All right, so I'm going to do subdual damage. So unfortunately, this isn't great. That is definitely not great.
I think that's a total of 3, yes?
No, that I already took into account the.
Ah, okay.
I mean, it should have. Oh, that's the damage. I didn't know. Hold on.
Oh, you rolled the damage.
Oops.
It was very good damage.
I clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, well,
Curses.
An 8 to V's magnificent defense of 9, I believe.
Technically, it's 10 total, but 9 flat-footed.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So I stab, and I think I like sing something like "Stop, fiend," or like. Something.
This is so good. All right. Oh, so for being flat-footed, the flat-footed condition is lost when you take a half or full action or are successfully attacked.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. So you probably aren't flat-footed anymore.
Excellent.
Okay, Viper. What are you gonna do? You've been disarmed.
but not de-armed.
Well, she's got a couple spares.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think it's time to return the favor. So I will also roll to disarm my opponent.
Oh boy! And what are you using to disarm?
My very powerful hands.
Okay, so both of you are going to be rolling a standard attack. V will have the +4 bonus still from using two-handed, and also a plus extra bonus for larger weapon category.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
The lance is so big.
It's big. So I'll just hit disarm again? Is that right? Or is it just like a standard attack?
Are you going through with this, Viper?
Yeah, it's gonna be -2 off of this roll. So it'll be 11.
I'll roll disarm. This is a 15.
Okay. So V successfully avoids getting disarmed, which leaves Viper flat-footed. But Viper has another half action, so that's not going to last long.
Think how I can use my skills to my advantage here. I think I will attempt an intimidation here.
What do you do?
I'm not sure what that looks like at this point. We'll say the sort of botched disarm roll. She sort of plays it off as if she had just punched away a lance attack that was coming for her,
Nice.
and plays it up that way, as in a nothing you can do can hurt me sort of posture.
All right, roll that intimidate.
Oh.
You got a 1. You rolled a natural 1.
You punched my lance.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna spend an action die here. You like, you slap away the lance, but you don't realize that you like hit the blade with your hand until afterwards. V, could you roll your lance's damage for me?
You got it. That's just an attack, or no? It's a damage. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude.
So take the
you
8.
have 2 damage reductions.
Yeah. So take 6 points of vitality damage.
3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch.
And then V, roll your resolve, because there's always the chance you get a natural 1 as well.
It didn't happen.
No. Also, I think, don't you have? Oh no, I think that's the assassin that has a resolve ability, a level 1 ability.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
Yeah. Okay. So that didn't go great for Viper. I don't think the audience has caught the fact that you split your hand on V's lance. Dorothy, you're up.
I don't even know what to do here. I was looking at Foxglove's skills to see if she could participate. But I think that's more for doing like some serious damage, which I don't want to do to my friends that the audience can't even see anyway, so
Also, a point is that if some of that serious damage comes from sneak attack damage, both root walkers are immune to sneak attack damage.
some of it is, but not all of it. Also, I realized that based on some of the feats I gave, she might be the rat might be the hottest one of all of us.
Damn, that's a beautiful rat.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I just need to keep doing lights because I won't read well to the audience, so I'm going to, let's see, where's this group?
You could distract.
Yeah, but like I'm not really invested in the fight itself. I'm invested in making a good show.
All right.
I guess I will. No, I'm not very impressive. I'm more intimidating, and I don't really want to intimidate the audience. Oh, right. So I am tainted. That's the condition, and I have -2 per grade. And I have grade 1 to will saves and charisma-based skill checks. Okay, and it will I lose 1 grade per the end of each scene. Also, turns out I did not cast Bless because I misread and I do not know how to use that spell yet. Apparently, I need to be level 3 to class level 1 spells. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to, let's see, how many feet me? Okay, so what I'm going to try to communicate, I'm just trying to figure out because my attack is, the flare is a 20 feet radius, so 20 feet. One. I'm just trying to figure out where I can only hit V.
Wait,
Guess if
V? I thought you were on V's side.
I'm not. I'm on the lighting side. I'm not on the E side.
She's on the side of drama.
Thank you. Yes. So I'm going to. I'm not going to cast Dancing Lights again because that's enduring. So what I'm going to have the Dancing Lights that are filling around the sphere, I'm going to have them like change color to more of the energy of like lightning, a lightning strike, and I'm going to have them start like, I guess, crawling up the weapon and then bursting into a flare here. I think that Yingle will be safe. Flare. Okay. So that is spellcasting, and is that charisma? No, intelligence. Good. Okay, I got a 28. So, and the save is fortitude, and the DC is 14.
Okay, so V, make that fortitude save.
You
10.
got it.
I will see if I get cursed. Okay, I'm not cursed. Again.
How do I do a fortitude save?
It's on saving throws, so if you scroll up, nor next to the strength dex con, it's right under there.
Oh, gotcha. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you so much.
No problem. Ah, nice. Wait. Yeah. So I'll cast another flare.
You
Did it
so
not... Okay.
you can actually. Do you have the double cast feat?
Oh, right, I can only cast one spell per... I forgot.
As did I before now.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna move around some gas lanterns to more dramatically affect the stage lighting. Try to get some under lighting on V.
Hell yeah.
Nice and spooky.
Okay.
I also have Foxglove doing this. I figure that's what she's doing. Just pushing up little things.
All right. V, it's your turn.
Sorry, I'm still occupied with Foxglove like opening and closing the shutters with her little paws. It's good. I think I'm saying some nonsense about like the chosen weapon, and I'm like lifting it to the sky, like the North Star, which I hold in my hand, as only champions, true champions, solo champions can do. Which is another chewing the scenery, I think. So maybe that's an impress again.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see if the audience buys it, especially with the crackling power on the spear, right? Like, so that's a 10.
It goes over okay.
It's like, yeah, all right, but we see that spear. We see it.
Yeah.
And then, I will stab forward again.
Gonna attack Viper once more.
Yeah. Just gonna keep doing that. That's just a straight up attack. That's a 6.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's a miss, Viper.
Yes.
All right. So you lash out with your lance to no effect.
Only I can wield this incredible weapon.
But many can dodge it.
Okay. Before we go to the top of the initiative order once again, we are going to take a quick break, everyone. All right, and we will be back shortly.